Hi, my name's Felicity. I'm graduating from Nescot with a PGCE certificate. Every single day I get this pinch me moment when I'm standing up in front of a class full of students, because that's what I always wanted to do. I think when you can see a room full of students fully engaged in your lesson, interested, asking you questions, you're able to answer those questions, you're able to ask them questions and they're able to answer those questions. That is what gets me through the door every single day. And I think teachers who are passionate, it does show. And I feel that that's what I sort of bring to the classroom. Yes, there's a lot of lesson planning. Yes, there's a lot of administration that goes alongside it. But that moment when you're standing up in front of your students, you've got to remember why you're doing it. And I think I get that feeling every single day when I'm in a lesson. I was teaching IT in libraries, and I was offered the chance to go and take a qualification to get a teaching certificate, and I decided to do a 10-week course in education and training, which was a part-time course at Nescot. Towards the end of that 10-week course, I was approached by the tutor who asked if I would be interested in doing PGCE, because I kept on saying during the course that I wanted to be an English teacher and had always wanted to be an English teacher. So she told me that there was a bursary that I could get as well. So I actually ended up giving up my full-time job and started at Nescot in September. And it was amazing. I really enjoyed my time doing the PGCE. I fully immersed myself in the whole course. I was student rep for my course. I was HE student governor for my course. I got on so well with all of the other people that were doing the course. The tutors were really amazing and really supportive. We felt like we could go to them whenever we had any issues or concerns. I also did my placement at Nescot as well, which was really great, and I had such a supportive mentor who helped me through the whole process from beginning to end. And then when I finished my PGCE, I went off and worked in prison education for about 7 months. Towards the end of that time, I approached Nescot to see whether there were any job opportunities there, and luckily there was a position coming up in the English department, and I'm proud to say now that I do actually work for Nescot full-time as an English lecturer. I was inspired by my English teacher at school. I wasn't a particularly good student at school. I was pretty much just always the one in the corner making jokes, and I think that's because I was not really sure that I could do it, a bit like the students that I teach now. And then my English teacher really inspired me. I'm absolutely passionate about the subject anyway, always been heavily into books, always loved studying, have such a passion for education, but it did take such a long time for me to actually come to this kind of journey, to the end of that journey, and I did quite a lot of jobs in admin. I did go to university a bit later. I went to university at 23 and had children along the way, so I've had to sort of stop start quite a lot, and then when my youngest child turned 5, that was it. It was time. He was starting school. It was the perfect time for me to kind of get a chance to do my dream career. It's definitely hard trying to balance between kind of work life and home life when you're thinking about studying, but you shouldn't let that put you off. I think that everyone should take up an opportunity like that if they can. There's always a way around it. You can ask the college that you're applying to how they can support you. For example, when I was told about the bursary and things like that, it did mean then that I was able to give up my job. But yes, it is quite difficult when you have children, but I think as well, if you've got a supportive family network around you, they can pick up the slack, especially when you are going through the emotional time of handing in essays, and also being on placement as well and teaching at the same time. But I don't think that should put anyone off. I think if you really want to do something, you should go for it, and then work out the detail later. I would say do your research before starting. There's so much information out there. There's some really useful websites depending on what it is that you want to study. Contact the college that or the university that it is that you're wanting to study with. For example, when I came to ask Nescot about the potential for studying PGCE here, they were really, really helpful. They gave me so much information. I was able to come in and have a sort of pre-interview, which was nerve-wracking, but actually it was only later on you realise that that's part of the process and it's needed. And I feel like they kept me up to date with everything as it was happening, all the way through to getting my unconditional offer, through to this is the day you're going to start and this is your first week's timetable. Yeah, so it's graduation day today. I'm super excited to be here. It's very, very strange wearing this, but I feel like I worked hard. I deserve it. I'm actually giving the vote of thanks today. Quite nerve-wracking. That basically means I have to read a speech at the end of the ceremony, or just towards the end of the ceremony, which I've been practicing in front of my mirror. So I'm hoping that goes well. It's so great to see all of my old cohort here today. We're going to have a great day, and then we're going to go out for drinks later.